We'll analyze an apartment in Rua Sebastião Saraiva Lima 99, on the first floor. It's a fully refurbished apartment with a package of furniture that allows the investor to start short renting the apartment if that is the decision immediately. So the apartment is located in a neighborhood called Penha de França. So Penha de França is located in the historic neighborhood. It's one of the historical neighborhoods from Lisbon center city. So it is known as a safe, quiet and a family-friendly place to live in Lisbon. And it is also a melting pot of cultures, with restaurants and shops owned and explored from different people from all over the world. It is located, Penha de França, it's located in one of the several Lisbon hills, having a lot of beautiful sightseeing spots. For example, we can see one here, and we should be seeing another one very close by, which is this one. So a lot of different sightseeing spots where you can enjoy the beauty of Lisbon. It is an apartment located very close to an avenue called Avenida Almirante Reis that links the center city of Lisbon with the downtown, which is very close to the river. So the downtown of Lisbon is close to the river, since Lisbon grew from the river up. The apartment, being located in Penha de França, is considered still the historical and the downtown of Lisbon, where the tourists do like to stay when coming and visiting the city. As you can see, a lot of hotels in the area. So all these pink dots are hotels, and if we do a close-up, you will even see more types of hotels and accommodation for the tourists. So you can short rent your property very easily, because there are several different types of accommodation in the area, and that's the areas where the tourists like to stay. What you can also see from the map is the quantity and variety of restaurants in the area. So we call it a melting pot of cultures, because there's a lot of restaurants with different types of cuisines. So Portuguese, but you can see also Asiatic food. You can see a lot of Italians, Spanish restaurants, Indian, for example, here. You can see a lot of different types of food that are brought from other countries through immigrants that are staying and living among our community. You also see in the area a lot of supermarkets in the area that are easily and very accessible from the apartment. And you can also see the quantity of different bus stations that you have around the apartment, which makes the location a very easy one to access. So you also have the subway, which is a walking distance. So one here and another one, different stations here. So it's in between two different subway stations that the subway in Lisbon links all the city on an underground way of transportation. So, as mentioned, the apartment has a very good location. In fact, there is several studies that are pointing out this area of Lisbon as the area with more potential of capital appreciation. And this is because the area that is here between the kilometer zero and the downtown of Lisbon is already packed with a huge demand for properties, which place the market and the prices in such area like this one with prices per square meter that can reach even the 16,000 euros per square meter. So here in this alternative area, which has all the same facilities and that brings From the center city, the access to the downtown as well as this one, the capital appreciation is here because you're still buying at around 5,000 to 6,000 euros per square meter max. So the potential is to buy here and wait for 2 to 3 years and expect to get at least, based on what was the development of this area, at least around 8 to 9,000 euros per square meter, sorry, if you take in account the evolution of a similar area in Lisbon. So that is why, through all this information and these facilities that the location Penha de França has, that we consider a very good location to invest. We will now analyze the apartment by itself. So let's analyze the apartment by itself. So the apartment is a 2-bedroom apartment. So as we can see on the floor plan, it has the main door is here. It has 2 bedrooms, one and the second one. This one is the main room with a private toilet. The entrance is here and the other entrance is here. So both of the rooms with very good light, so a lot of light. The apartment is fully refurbished, we will be analyzing in detail. Here you have another bathroom to serve the apartment, both socially and the other room that has no toilet. And it has a very good living area and dining where is open or semi-open to the kitchen. Then you still have a balcony in the apartment. So it's a 93 square meter apartment with 2 bedrooms and 2 toilets. So we will now analyze more in detail. So let's explore the apartment. So the main door is here. So it's the first floor as mentioned before. If you turn left once entering in the apartment, you go to the living area. It's a very beautiful living area with a lot of light. The apartment comes as it is with the package of furniture that you are seeing. A sofa bed in the living room, which you can place 2 more people. And a small balcony outside where you can enjoy your breakfast and do some barbecues. So it's something that the tourists do like. So electrical shutters in all the divisions of the house, where you can see here, and a dining area inside the living area and with the kitchen and open to the kitchen. So the apartment, a lot of light, another way out to the balcony, and now a kitchen fully equipped and ready to be used. So this is the kitchen with all the appliances in place, as you can see. Fridge, oven, dishwasher, laundry machine, and microwaves. So a kitchen fully equipped and ready to be used. So if we go, once again, we meet the living area, and if we turn right, we will have the common toilets with a lot of space. And then when entering in the main door, if you turn right or if you go in front, you have the 2 rooms. So let's start analyzing the first room with very good wardrobes. Again, a lot of light in the apartment. 2 bedroom, a double bed with electric shutters and the windows with double glass. So no sounds, no variety on temperatures, and the main room with wardrobes at your left side behind the door, a toilet fully equipped with shower, and another room for 2 people with double glass windows, electrical shutters to get privacy and to get more darkness, and a very beautiful room fully equipped. More wardrobes here in the room, the main room, and again a small balcony where you can enjoy the outside if you want. So this is a typical old apartment. When I mean old, it's an apartment. Typical building in the central city, in the historical city of Lisbon, that was refurbished, and this is the type of the apartments that tourists like to stay and like to enjoy, since they're living among and in between Portuguese families. So this is the old apartments refurbished with a package of furniture that you start short renting from the day you buy, and you get very good returns on investment, as we're going to see in the last part of our video. Now we're going to see a video where you get a better feeling from the apartment. We will now analyze what are the returns you can expect once investing in such apartments. So the apartment is in the market for 390,000 euros. So what we suggest is to divide the purchase of the apartment into a value for the property, 355, and the remaining 35 to make it as the cost of what was the refurbishment and the furniture. And this is because the developer or the company that refurbished the apartment is able to do so. So you will be exposed to taxes on the value of the property. So on 350,000 euros you will be paying the transfer tax and stamp tax and the notary costs to transfer the property to your name, and then the remaining costs you will be paying to the company that did the refurbishment. So in total, the total of investment on an apartment like this one with 93 square meters, it's around 410 already, including the taxes and the notary costs. So my idea of negotiation is to get from the seller, and since we are in a season where the income is not clear how we're gonna get it, because Portugal and all the countries worldwide are shut down due to COVID-19, is to negotiate and have the owner paying up front a rental income guaranteed of 5%. So if you manage to get that, you're saving around 18,000 to 19,000 euros from the initial investment. So you basically give your property for rentals to this seller because he has the potential to short rent your property and to rent your property to other clients in the market, and he gives you 5% guaranteed on the investment you're doing, and this way you are already collecting income out of your purchase. So this is a way of negotiation and a good way to save at least 5% from the initial investment. The remaining years, the property is yours. You can do what you feel like doing, and you can even short rent the property to tourists when the tourism is back and get even more than 5%, as we're going to be analyzing. So if you're renting a property like this in a location like Penha de França, and if you focus on daily basis rentals, you can rent a property like this for 125 euros in average per day, and you can expect a 75% occupancy rate because you can place 6 people in such apartment, so 2 people in the sofa bed in the living area and the remaining on the 2 rooms that exist in the apartment. That makes you a total gross income of 34,000 euros per year. The management fee for companies that are renting or managing your apartment, companies that normally do your check-in, check-out, your laundry, your cleaning, they find tenants or clients for you, they promote your apartment in platforms like Airbnb and others, they charge you 30%. So there's several in Lisbon. There are companies that charge more, but this is the average. 30% is doable and acceptable for the work they have. So on the income you generate for yourself, which is 70%, there will be taxes of around 16%. So you'll be paying on the 70% you collect 16% taxes. So the net income expected in such apartment is around 20,000 euros per year. So as a net return on an investment of 390,000 euros is around 5.something%. If you prefer to make contracts of long-term rentals, you can do that. You can do that because the apartment is quite big, has 2 rooms, has 93 square meters, and you can charge in that specific area around 1,800 to 2,200 euros per month. We were conservative and taking in account a rental contract that places you in a position to get 1,800 euros per month, you will be collecting gross 21,000 euros. After deducting the taxes, you will be having an expected income of around 15,000. There is a mistake here, it's 15,552 euros per year, which makes you a 4% income, net income, counting on the investment you've done on 390,000 euros, which was the initial cost of your apartment. So again, it's in rentals you will be collecting during the next 5 years around, if you place an average between short rental and long-term rental, around 17,000 euros, which places you in a position to collect around 80,000 euros on the next 5 years very easily. So it is a very good investment, and now analyzing the appreciation you can have in such apartment and being very conservative, at least 5% of your property will be evaluating and depreciating every year based on what the market of properties in Lisbon is collecting. So in the last 4 years, in an average of 10% is what the properties in Lisbon are appreciating. So you can expect in an area like Penha de França to be even at least above average. We placed half of what is the average, but just to be conservative. So in the next 5 years, you can expect your apartments after 5 years to get an appreciation of around 500,000 euros. This is the expecting selling price after 5 years on such apartment. So any doubts, feel free to contact us. We are free to clarify all your doubts regarding this specific property. So once again, we're waiting your contacts. Thank you very much.